Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Critical and welcome back to episode 9 of ComicCraft on the ComicCraft server. We are over here at our mountain area where we built these statues last episode. You can't see Brawnzy's from here, it's just behind the mountain over there. I guess I need to terraform this a little bit so you can see a little more of the statues from this side, but that's not today's focus, and neither are the other statues actually. Today we're going to be focusing on getting the actual headquarters built. Now, I've been looking through at some buildings and stuff, like real life buildings to kind of model this after. And I found a really, really cool building. I'll put a couple images on the screen. It's the Huddle International Headquarters. I don't know what this is for, some sports thing. I don't keep up with sports, so I don't know what this is. I've never heard of this company, but they have a really cool building. So that's kind of what we're going to be building. We're going to be changing some of the colors and stuff, obviously, to fit our theme a little better, but that's kind of the general shape and aesthetic that I want to go for. Now, I have a lot of clearing to do and a lot of resource gathering to get done before we can build this, but there's a couple of things we have to keep in mind. So, first of all, above ground, what do we need, right? Like, what are the things that we need this building to have? Because obviously, exterior is one thing, but interior is a whole other ball game, so to speak. Get it? I did a sports thing. Yeah, so we need kind of like a meeting area, some storage stuff. We need offices for each one of us. So myself, Doll, and Brawnzy. We need an underground area for Chosen or whoever accepts the should Chosen decline, whoever accepts our nefarious business proposal from last episode. And I suppose we just need general stuff like storage and, like waiting rooms and meeting rooms and kind of general stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff we have to plan out once we get to the interior, but that is probably going to be done next episode. This episode, I'm hoping just to get the exterior of the building in place, because that in and of itself is going to take quite a while. Now, as far as blocks go, I've kind of decided on obviously like a modern build theme. So lots of quartz, lots of concrete, and lots of glass. And I want to get some brick mixed in here, like some normal brick color. So I have a lot of really kind of expensive materials to gather here. So I'm going to spend a while just kind of gathering all of that stuff and getting this ready, and then clearing this area out for the actual building process. And then, yeah, we will get to building our brand new fancy HQ. All right, so this is a day, maybe 2 days later, and I have done quite a bit of work here. So I've cleared out a huge amount of space here. I still have more to clear. I think this is actually going to go back a lot further than I originally intended or planned, I should say. I've also been gathering a ton of materials, so we've got a bunch of stuff here. Oops, didn't mean to click that. A bunch of stuff here. This quartz is what took, I think, the longest, is gathering all of that. And then, of course, all the materials that we got from mining out the hill that was here. And I got some gravel as well. I think that's where all of this gravel came from. So we have a ton of materials. I don't know if that's enough to actually get done what we need to get done. I know I need a ton, and I mean a ton, of dark gray stained glass. And I don't have any ink, I don't think, so I'm going to have to get a bunch of squid or see if someone on the server has access to a bunch of ink. Because I'm going to need a ridiculous amount of that. I'm thinking at least a few stacks of ink, so I'm going to get working on that as well. But I went into a creative world and I actually built the shell of the building that we're going to be building, not the full detailed thing, but kind of the basic idea. So I know the dimensions, and I know the scale, and I know the size, and we're going to start building here shortly. I think what I need to do first is make sure we have just enough space cleared, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put the basics of the sidewalk in to get that out of the way, because I want to be able to outline the building and kind of show you guys the full, at least the foot space size of this thing. Height-wise, I want to say it's at least 60 blocks or so tall. If I'm not mistaken, no, hold on, not 60. The windows are 5 tall, and there's like 6 of them. 30, half of what I just said. I did the wrong calculations there. Yeah, so it's about, I would say, 30 to 40 blocks tall. at its highest point. So it's going to be a pretty big building. I am super excited about this, though. I'm really happy with how this turned out. As I think I said, this is based off of a real building, so it was kind of a challenge to get it to translate into Minecraft blocks, and I had to change a bunch of details about it. But let me go ahead and get the sidewalk laid out, and then we will start getting this thing built up. And I may, after I do that, switch into a building montage. But yeah, let me get that floor space in first. Okay, so let's hop up on the beacon over here so we can get a little bit of an overview of the area so I can kind of show you guys what we're dealing with here. So, pretty generic shape. We've got kind of two wings sticking off the side of a larger building here, but that's not actually how the building is split up. So, to kind of give you an idea of how this is going to work, from right here over to that corner over there is a huge, tall, like, very modern looking, kind of the main office space of where we're all going to be. So there's like the, the boardroom and like all of our individual offices and such. Let me actually sleep real quick before we get started on this, because I'm also going to build on camera a little bit here. So yeah, this first area is huge. It's the biggest portion of the area. It's about 6 stories tall, I think, and it'll have all of our main important things. Then this whole section back here, from this corner over here to that corner over there, is going to be kind of a more utility area. It'll still be kind of organized as like office spaces and stuff, but this is basically going to be our storage room and perhaps some extra bedrooms and stuff if we need stuff here. So kind of all of your utility stuff back over here. Also, I'm thinking maybe Chosen's area might be above ground over here. I'm not sure. I may have it below ground, but I may actually just put it in this office building. And then over here, there's kind of a big open area as well that connects to the bottom of this floor. So I think this whole area down here will probably be a waiting room with like a front desk out over here and then a staircase leading up over here somewhere. But yeah, so there's kind of 3 main sections of this build. This over here is only 1 story. There's kind of a solar panel thing sitting on top of the first story here. So we don't have to do very much over here. But to give you guys an idea of how the first... Oh, I did not mean to do that. I was trying to eat. To give you guys an idea of how the first floor is going to look, I want to build on camera a little bit here and just show you guys 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of show you guys what we're going to be dealing with the first bit. Now, it's kind of a industrial modern mix because I have a lot of brick and piping and stuff that's going to be in this. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get all that in place real quick. Yeah, it's kind of a cross between the two, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Inside's going to be a lot more modern, and the top half of this portion of the building is very modern, but the rest of the exterior is very industrial looking, so it's kind of a nice mix between the two. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Along the edge here, there will be a brick stair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, too much. There's going to be like this brick stair kind of border. I don't know what we're doing outside of this building here. Like, I don't know if we're going to have other stuff around. I assume eventually we will. So I'm just kind of trying to add a border just in case in the future we want to do some fancier stuff over here. So we'll have that kind of running around the edge. But let me get this window in real quick, and I'll kind of show you how all the windows are going to look. So in the original building, which again, I should have put some images on screen for that earlier, there's kind of some lines running up and down the building. I'm not exactly sure what they are because it's hard to tell from the distance in the image, but I thought it'd be cool to kind of add this in. Actually, we don't need those there. Hold on. It's too high. So I'm kind of, most of the windows have kind of this extra panel that sticks out just as like an extra little thing to add some detail and some depth to the build. And then all the windows have this thing above them. I do have the glass extending up above it. I think it looks cooler that way, rather than just having more brick there. And then I've got to work on the lighting a bit. I'm definitely going to put some lampposts and stuff in the area. But for now, I've just been kind of putting that up above the anywhere that there's like an overhang. Not all the windows have this overhang, but a few in the front and on the back entrance over there. There's another entrance kind of right in the middle, right over there. Those all have overhangs on them. Then I've just been kind of adding some chains in, just as kind of like an extra little detail. I don't know if I'll hang anything off of these, or if maybe I'll put some signs or something on those. perhaps maybe in the future we can do some banners like across. If I make a big map art or something, we could do something like that. Might be cool. But that's pretty much the design all the way around the bottom here, except for the back half of the building has something a little different, but we'll get to that later. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just get these windows in all the way around the build. It extends all the way back to kind of that corner there and about halfway down this here. So I got a bunch of those to put in. So I'm going to get all of those in place. And then after that, we will probably work on getting this like solar panel roof in over here and working on the back office building over here at the back side. Because I don't know if I have enough glass for the main building. I have a lot of glass, but I honestly don't know if it's enough for the biggest portion of this, so we'll see. But yeah, we're going to kind of focus on the brick areas first. So let me get all that stuff in, and then I will bring you guys back in once I have all the windows in place. All right, so this is actually about 5 or 6 days later. I kind of went a little crazy. So we're doing a live stream every day this month. So I'm trying to do a Minecraft live stream on the ComicCraft server every single day this month. And for the last week, I've been going ahead and doing that. And we've been working on ECLAT Incorporated the entire time. It's literally all we've done. So I've got about probably close to 12 hours on and off camera working on this thing. And I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. Here we go. Boom. Check this out. So it's not quite done, as you can tell. We've got one more window to do at the front, a little bit of a wall to do here, and then the roof. But for the most part, this building, as far as the exterior goes, is completely done, which is crazy. So I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of what's going on here, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff that we've been planning, the members of the server have been planning out, that we're going to be involved in. So first things first, the front of the building has 5 stories, and then this back section here has 6. This back section is primarily just for like storage and utilities and stuff, so this won't be as important. We'll kind of work on this in some future episodes. And then up here, we have 5 major stories. So the ground floor here is going to be like the lobby and receptionist area and all that stuff. We'll come up with some nice like modern stuff to do in here that should look pretty cool. And then on the very top floor, it's going to be Brawnzy on this office. Then there will be a hallway here. And then Doll is going to be on this side. And then on the second floor down from the top, I'm going to be here with another hallway and Chosen on the other side. Now, that may seem strange, but the reason we're doing that is because Chosen accepted our invitation from last episode to work alongside ECLAT Incorporated. And we had a conversation with him, or I had a conversation with him on stream the other day. And basically, we came up with an idea. So we're going to try to get Doll elected as mayor. And by the way, this is all hush hush. You know, you guys got to keep this a secret. This is all very top secret. We're going to try to get Doll elected as a mayor, though, and we're going to try to get Chosen elected as the chief of police, which will allow the 4 of us to kind of operate however we please without any real opposition. Now, to do this, we've split into 2 teams, myself and Chosen, and Brawnzy and Doll. So me and Chosen are going to be working on Chosen's police chief campaign and trying to get all that running. You'll see that in some future episodes, but I figured it'd be best if we were on the same floor to work that out. And of course, Brawnzy and Doll are going to be working together on her mayoral campaign, so I put them on the same floor as well so they could coordinate that. Down here on the 3rd floor down, we're going to have a huge conference room right at the front here, and then maybe like a break room or something at the back here over on this side. And then I think just office spaces on this floor, because I don't really have anything else for a 4th floor, you know, because we're putting most of what we need up there. But that's kind of the plan with all that. So in the future, what we've got to do is we've got to work out some of the interior stuff. I'm going to let Chosen, Doll, and Brawnzy all decorate their offices. Once I actually get all the like walls and stuff put in place in here, they can work on that. So the only thing we really have to do is our office, the boardroom, and the break room, and the lobby for the interior. Because again, this area we're going to be doing later in the future. And then once we're done with that, honestly, we're probably going to switch back to working over at the power plant and helping helping Chosen build the police station, because that is one of our tasks as we run his campaign. We're going to try to get the police station built. But I'm going to keep cracking away at this. We're going to jump back into the streams. If you want to catch the streams, again, I'm doing them every day this month. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell at the bottom because I think it should notify you whenever I go live. And you'll be able to catch those as we're streaming. And of course, I'm uploading them all to the channel afterwards as well. So it's not like you have to be there to catch everything, but if you want to catch it live and chat while we're building stuff, that'd be fun too. So be sure to check that out. But I'm going to jump back into this, get this last little bit put in place. And then honestly, that's probably going to do it for this episode. Although we may scout out a couple of things somewhere else. I'm going to have to work that out. But I'm going to get the rest of this building built and we'll check back in once I have it all finished up. And there you have it. The exterior of the building is done after just another hour and a half or so of streaming. We were able to get it all finished up. So just going to talk about the last few things that we changed up here at the top. I indented this by 1 so we'd have a little bit of depth up here. And over here we've added in this kind of neon wall that goes all the way down with this cool like glass wings that stick off the side of it. And then, of course, this wall over here is just the same as the front one, as I mentioned before. I just had to finish it off. One thing that I thought about doing that I think we'll do once we get to the interior portion is making the first couple of floors over here, at least on this side, as parking garages. Could be kind of cool. Just for like employee parking, maybe at least 1 or 2 stories. Might fill up this space a bit back here with something useful. Just a thought. We'd have to extend the land back there back a bit and put a road in, but that could be fine. But yeah, so that is going to do it for this episode, I believe, because all the next stuff that I got to do, I haven't actually planned out yet. This concludes the extension of my my ideas so far. The only thing that I haven't done is added in the little green logo on the front because I have to get some more lime glass. But there will be a big E on the front here that kind of it'll kind of start here and follow these 3 lines here, and then it'll wrap around the building and extend just a bit further. So from like right here, you'll see a full E at that angle. But I'm really happy with how this build turned out. This is awesome. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I'm pretty proud of the progress that we've made this whole thing went up in about a week. And pretty much all on camera, too. I think the only sections that I didn't do on camera was, like, some of the roof over here and some of these windows. Everything else was done either on stream or in this video here. So that is pretty awesome. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to leave a like. A lot of work went into this episode, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to get notified of more content. And if you'd like to catch the streams live, you should hit the little bell as well. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you have all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.